Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Nendoroid Kasane Teto Synthesizer V AI version Nendoroid. You can see it there in front of the box. Go ahead and put it off the side real quick. And yeah, look at that box. You have Kasane Teto Synthesizer V AI version, which means it's the second version coming out. Yeah, you got her picture of her right there, kind of in the default stance from the advertising, all this stuff, 2344. You know, it's Kasane Teto right there in the Nendoroid series. And, well, hey, look, Synthesizer V, Kasane Teto, it's 15th anniversary, even though it's now her 16th birthday. Don't worry about it. Good Smile Company up there. And, of course, right here you have another pose. And out here you have poses. And on this side you have poses. And on this side you have poses. On the back you have, more poses, some copyrights, warnings. And, hey, guess what? It's not for children because it's for ages 15 and up. So there you go. Of course, you have the instructions in the box, which, are in Japanese and in English on either side. So just, unfold that. Hey, look, if you need some help with your Teto Nendoroid, just look that up right there. Pretty straightforward. So there you go. So Teto. Yes, Kasane Teto. If you don't know who that is, she's basically Red Hatsune Miku. Now, it's a bit oversimplified, but if you're asking who Hatsune Miku is, why are you even here? But anyway, so this is the recent Synthesizer V or Synth V version of Kasane Teto, basically reinventing herself, basically more or less getting out of Miku's shadow, all that stuff, brand new voice bank, all that stuff, and brand new design. And so here we go. So getting in close on this Teto, you got her trend drills, so the little ribbon on one side, got red hair, a little hoge there, the red eyes, sparkling, of course, her kind of more military-esque outfit with, kind of the little music bar lines right there. It's actually engraved. It's not textured, it's engraved. You got little straps and belts, all picked out with black and silver and gold, and all this stuff. The red lines there and the red and black, and going on the cuffs and all that stuff. You got the little belt. A little belt with little triangles on it. And of course, the boots, black, red, and white. Even a little red stripe on the back. And speaking of the back, you got more straps and whatnot on the back and stuff. And hey, there's her hair some more. All that. And there you go. Teto. Getting in close there. So yeah. And of course, you also see the stand, which is, this one is the typical Nendoroid stand. You got, all the squares and stuff, and also, of course, the arm, which can move at multiple joints, although really long plug. I'll get to the reason why in a second. Of course, that can move up and down, and this can move up. That can move up. This can hinge, and this can twist side to side. And of course, you can plug this in almost wherever the heck you want on the stand. Of course, if you pre-ordered this from Good Smile, you got, this, the Kasane Teto 15th anniversary, 2008 to 2023 stand. Yeah. It's 15th anniversary, even though now it's past her 16th anniversary. Because that's April 1st, because, she was intended as an April Fool's joke initially. But yeah, you have that stand if you want, so there you go. If you, of course, pre-order from Good Smile, of course, there's a good chance they might still have some in stock, so who knows. But yeah, I'm going to use this stand for the rest of the video, because why not? But anyway, as for articulation, it's pretty standard Nendoroid stuff. So you got the head on, left and right. You got up and down right there. You do kind of get the kind of bit of the waggle if, you're willing to manipulate the joint in the head a bit. These are on the same joint, the kind of same joint as the neck joint is. So, you got wiggling up and down. You do have rotation, all that. You got that on both sides. This one's a little impaired to the ribbon. You can remove the ribbon, but then you leave a little bit of a gap there. But it's an option if you like. Just know that ribbon will impair that a little bit. That just came off. Because, of course, it did. At the shoulders, you do have rotation forward and back. You do have a rotation of the bicep right here, if you like. You have a rotation at the wrist. Pretty straightforward. No waist rotation, weirdly enough. None whatsoever, at least none that's usable. I think technically there might be, but the skirt is pretty hard plastic, so it's just not going to move. And of course, down here at the hips, though, you do have rotation right there. And of course, there's a hinge in that joint, so you can have kind of forward and back and all that stuff. And you can also manipulate so you can get outside, side to side if you want. So there you go on that. Pretty straightforward. Mostly this usual, although missing a waist, unfortunately. What is this joint doing? Anyway, so that's the articulation. As for accessories, of course, she comes with the neck joint thingy. Replacement neck joint just in case. You do have, hey look, one alternate face, which is her looking out the side and smiling. The second alternate face, which is kind of her drooling a bit and looking very enamored and with something, perhaps maybe a certain food type. You have an alternate bent arm, which helps you get kind of the, I guess, default pose, so to speak, for her. You have this bent arm, which also has a hand, which has a piece of bread in it. Again, focuses. Yeah. A baguette. Because she loves bread. That's probably why she's drooling. You have this, this right hand, which, peace or victory sign, depending how you want to do that. This left hand, which is kind of a, pointing or number 1, depending on how you want to do things. And she has a pair of wings, because she's actually a chimera. She's actually a chimera, so yeah, a pair of wings. So there's her accessories. Of course, swapping, pretty straightforward, Actually, first, before that, because I want to do the pose first, but yeah. Of course, yeah, swapping pretty straightforward, just pegs and holes. Swapping. Again, this is pretty much a trend I'm noticing on a lot of my Nendoroids, which is, the pegs and holes are a little tighter than I like. It does somewhat loosen up over time, but they're a bit tighter, and I'm a little worried about, breaking something. But you do have this arm and hand, so, she can do the... Yeah, she can do kind of the more of the default-ish pose. Get it positioned right. There we go. And you got that. You can also, just instead of this hand, you can swap that out for this one if you want, or the you can also push it off the joint entirely. Do that. Of course, pull the hair off for a face swap. Be careful with the ahoge. The ahoge is just pegged in, and I'm a little worried about being kind of fragile. It's easy to try to grip it in such a way that easily pull the ahoge out. So just be careful with that. But yeah, swapping face, pretty straightforward. Just pull that out, put that in, put that back in. Now you got a bit of a different pose there. And of course, other swapping, which is, the bread. Which, the bread is just a simple pagan hole right there, so it's easily removable. Which means that there's some other accessories you can theoretically hold from other Nendos, but we'll see. Theoretically. Or you could just, of course, swap hands, because the Nendo hands are pretty straightforward. It might be easier to get the bread out of the way before you put this in, Just saying. There you go. And again, I have to show this one because it's just funny looking. She can be a bit silly. Yeah. Again, some of this I feel like it's a little too tight, much too tight. Again, the hair is really tight as well, but I don't know. I guess you don't have to worry about it coming out anytime soon. But now she got some bread. And the wings, you can only put the wings on if she's on the stand, which is good because, Nendos, you usually can't stand without the stand anyway. Usually, sometimes you can, but they're really not intended to stand without the stand. But you can, but this you can see it's just a peg hole. It just goes, this has to go on the stand because, it's just. As it stands, it doesn't attach to the actual figure. It just goes on the stand, so, do all that. And then now, bam, now she's got her wings. Now you can have her flying. Because, yeah, she's technically Chimera because reasons. I'm not an expert. I'm not really an expert. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. That's the accessories. As a whole, usually, I mean, I didn't really swap this one in, but yeah, whatever. It's pretty much the same thing. But, yeah. As a comparison, assuming I did everything right, you'll be seeing a picture of her compared to this Synth V version compared to an old Teto Nendoroid. I don't have that, but my friend does, and he's told me he'll get me a picture. So, yeah. And also, good luck if you want the Teto version. That thing's $200 minimum now in the aftermarket. But yeah, there you go. As a whole, so there you go. That's the new Kasane Teto Nendoroid, the Synth V version. Really nice little den though. She's not too expensive and everything, considering especially her predecessor now. She got a decent amount of accessories, 2 alternate faces, 2 alternate hands, well, actually technically 4 alternate hands, but with also 2 alternate arm pieces as well. And you may or not be able to get the bonus stand, depending on if you pre-ordered from Good Smile or not. But as a whole, she's pretty nice. The other thing is, yeah, the joints are a little tight. Just be careful when you're swapping out parts. Just be careful with those, but it should be pretty fine. She's a good price, I think. Again, sub $50, which really nice compared again to the old version being now $200 minimum for the Teto version. So if you've been desperate for a Kasane Teto Nendoroid, you just really like Kasane Teto as a whole, considering now she's kind of become kind of on her own recently, as really just kind of getting more popular. At least it seems like it. Maybe then again, maybe my friend is kind of giving a bit of a bias. But anyway, if you like Kasane Teto or just kind of the whole Vocaloid, Teto, what have you, AI voice bank thing in general, she's a good Nendo. Wish she could have a Figma, that'd be great, but so far nothing. We'll see. But she's a good Nendoroid. She's worth it. Considering how insane the previous Nendoroid went for, you might want, if you're on the fence, you might want to go ahead and pick her up now before the prices start going up. Who knows? Because maybe down the line, this thing's going to be worth a ton of money. Who knows? But regardless, I think it's a good Nendoroid. And if you like Kasane Teto, you probably already picked her up. If you are, I don't know. You probably already picked her up. But if you're on the fence, I think good price or good value for what you're paying and everything. And she looks good. And I don't see any real flaws. And again, just nice little details overall. There's a lot of things they could have just kind of tampoed on and they didn't. They actually went all the way with. So, there you go. I like her. And if you like Teto at all, I'd recommend picking her up. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.